Welcome to John Andrini Field here at Kiski. Starting the top of the first inning. Today's action between Cougars Baseball and Shady Side Academy from Pittsburgh. Fielding Strauss delivers a strike on first pitch of the game. Second pitch popped up. Foul play. Fielding gets it, but gets there, but can't bring it in. Ball lands in foul territory. And it'll bring a count to no balls and two strikes. Strauss with a nice breaking ball on the 0-2 pitch. Gets the leadoff hitter, number 33, looking for the first out of the inning. Brings up number 14. I don't have a roster or lineup card yet for Shady Side. Once I get one, I'll start announcing their names for you. I didn't see what that was, ball or strike. Ball. 2 balls, no strikes on the count. Strauss from the windup. Strike. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Thigh high. Strauss gets the count back to 2-1. Curveball in for another strike, evening the count at 2-2. Thompson Jones, number 14, is at the plate for Shady Side. Takes ball high. Working the count full. 1 out here in the top of the first. Thompson Jones fouls one back, hanging in there, keeping the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first inning. Fielding Strauss pitching for the Cougars. Gabe Corman behind the plate. Thompson Jones takes high for ball 4. Giving Shady Side a runner at first. Brings up number 10, the left fielder. Brush is the last name. I don't have first names for these guys, but Mr. Brush, Shady Side left fielder, batting third, swings through the first pitch, strike 1, and Strauss follows up with another fastball, bringing the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Thompson Jones gets his lead off of first with Hahn holding him on. Ground ball up the middle. Gates is going to get it, flip it to Abreu, getting the lead runner for the out at second base. That's 2 outs now here in the top of the first. Soft ground ball, no chance to turn 2 there, but Gates was able to get the lead runner. Second base to shortstop. That brings up number 3, center fielder Clendenning. High fastball for ball 1. Hahn holding the runner at first. Swings through a high fastball. Helping Strauss out there. Bringing the count to 1-1. Big hole over there on the right side. Line drive into the left center alley. That's going to drop down for a single. Cougars do get it in. Left fielder Stevenson and center fielder White converge on the ball. Stevenson gets it in. But the runner, Thompson Jones, was able to advance to third. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Shady side threatening here in the top of the first. Strauss delivers fastball. The bottom portion of the zone, called for strike. No balls, 1 strike. Ball high. 1-1 on the count. Looks like we have Stevenson in left, White in center, Nelson in right for the Cougars. Fastball right at the letters, catching the top of the zone. 1-2 on the count. Strauss working from the stretch. Runner goes. Curveball low, and the runner's going to advance, stealing second. Clendenning gets a clean steal of second. Ground ball to third baseman Urban. Kicks off of him, and it's going to go out of play, and it's going to let the runners both advance another base. It was so that's going to plate 2 runs on the error. Ground ball to the third baseman Urban, couldn't handle it cleanly, kicks off of the heel of his glove and out of play, letting the runners advance. So 2-0 Shady side, top of the first. Strauss trying to work out of trouble. Fastball. And that makes the count, I believe, 1-1. Line drive to the caught on short hop by Gates. Gets it to Hahn for the final out of the inning. Shady side's able to plate 2 in the top of the first, taking a 2-0 lead against the Cougars. And we'll be back right after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to John D. Andrini Field. Cougars in the first game of a doubleheader here on the evening. First game is going to be Cougars against Shadyside Academy. And then in the second game in the evening, 7 p.m. start, the Cougars will be in action against Penns Manor High School, Indiana County. Getting set to lead off for the Cougars will be the shortstop, number 6, Brandon Abreu. Looks like it's going to be Abreu, Hahn, and Cornman due up in the top of the first. And then it'll be Strauss, Gates, Dunkelberger, White, Nelson, or I'm sorry, Urban and Nelson finishing off the lineup. Not sure how accurate that is since Dunkelberger was not in left field and Stevenson was. So I'm guessing that that is an inaccurate lineup that we have in front of us. But we'll figure it out as they come up to bat. But it is number 6, Justin Urban, who will be leading off. On the mound for Shady Side will be number 9, Clark. Clark for Shady Side will be on the mound. Brayu steps into the box. Strike 1 delivered. So 0-2 on the count. Abreu takes ball inside, bringing the count to 1-2. High fly ball down the third base line, converged on, falls into fair ground, and Abreu's going to be on for the Cougars. Third baseman Barber was not able to get there, and it drops. So now Tyler Hahn up to the plate. Abreu, big lead over at first. Pitcher stepped off first. Checks Abreu back to first. No throw over. From the stretch, Abreu goes, throws down, but Abreu slides in easily with the stolen base. I'm not sure what it was. I believe it was a strike, but I'm not sure. Umpire's not very loud, so I'm not sure. Just going to have to really pay attention to this. So Hahn pops next one up out of play. We have 0-2, I believe, on the count. Hahn swings at a high pitch in his eyes. Another pop-up. Drops into foul territory again. Some miscommunication by the Shady Side defense. First baseman and pitcher converging on the ball. Neither took charge, and it, luckily for Hahn, it hit in foul territory, so it's a foul ball after it hit in foul territory. So here's another pop-up on the infield. First baseman and second baseman are there, and the first baseman, Colello, was able to bring it in for the first out of the inning. Abreu's not able to advance on the play. 1 out in the top of the first. Now at the plate, number 16, Gabe Corman. Tuttle working from the Corman, fouls it off. Clark gets ahead of the third batter in a row. He's been pumping in strike 1 and working ahead in the count. So Clark ahead, no balls, 1 strike on Corman with Abreu at second base. Ball low, squirts away from the catcher, and Abreu is able to advance, getting himself 90 feet from home with less than 2 out. It's a big move by Abreu, getting the advance on the base there. Corman takes another ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. See if the Cougars can get a run in here. Fastball, letter high. Corman swings through it. Evens the count at 2. 1 out. Shady side's willing to give up the run, playing an infield back. So all he has to do is put the ball in play. Must have been a little inside on that. Looked nice as far as the height. Gabe had a nice eye and works the count full. Clark. And Corman puts one into the alley. Nice line drive, and he's going to round first, heading for second. The run is in. Corman's going to pull up at second with a stand-up double, plating the first Cougar run of the day and cutting the lead to 2-1. Nice at-bat by Corman, working the count full and delivering a nice line drive double into the left center field gap. Gabe Corman coming through for the Cougars. 1 down in the bottom of the first. Cougars back in it now. 2-1 trailing. Fielding Strauss up to bat. There's the ball inside. Strauss ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Clark working from the stretch. Corman in scoring position. Strauss takes a nice fastball from Clark on the inside corner, even in this count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nothing you can really do with that pitch. Might as well just take it and take your strike and live for another one. Get something that you can hit. There's an off-speed pitch. Still not something that he really wants to swing at. No need to swing at that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Strauss is going to have to be a little bit more on the defensive. Clark delivers. Strauss, nice job of staying alive. Found that one off. Lines it over the bleachers. That's somewhere down on 286. That might have made it down into the river, Mr. Clark. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corman still at second. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Here's the delivery by Clark. Ground ball under the third baseman's glove, and Corman's going to advance to third. And Strauss is at first, giving the Cougars runners on the corners with 1 out. Sharp ground ball by fielding Strauss under the glove of the third baseman. Now Logan Gates up to bat for the Cougars. Left-handed hitter playing second base today. Takes ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Corman putting a little dance on over here, trying to distract the pitcher over here at third. I don't know what he's doing. There's Strauss goes, and he had that base stolen easy. Didn't look like Shady Side was too concerned with Strauss over there. Now that puts 2 in scoring position for the Cougars. Gates ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Clark with the pitch. Nice pitch right at the knees, bringing the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Another one. Same place. Gates didn't like it. but it definitely caught the front knee, even in the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3. That, he was definitely caught looking. That had the perfect height. I'm guessing that caught the corner. He was definitely shocked. I don't. You gotta be protected. I mean, that was definitely too close to take. So 2 outs now. Ben Dunkelberger stepping to the plate for the Cougars. Dunkelberger takes high. Ball 1. Strauss at second. Corman at third. Dunkelberger at the plate. Clark working from the stretch. Ball in the dirt. Gets past the catcher. Corman gets under the tag. Corman takes a chance scoring on the pass ball. Catcher did flip it to the pitcher. But Corman has a nice slide and gets under the tag, bringing the score to 2-2. Strauss also advancing 90 feet, gets to third base. 2 balls, no strike count on Dunkelberger. There's the pitch. Nick gets past the catcher, and Strauss is going to stroll home with another Cougar run, giving them a 3-2 lead. 3 balls, no strikes on Dunkelberger now. Cougars get a gift. 2 runs scored with the ball not being put into play from the batter. We'll take them any way we can get them. So Clark goes from the windup now. Ball inside, and Dunkelberger's going to work a 4-pitch walk. Kataro White, number 19, center fielder, now stepping to the plate. Left-handed hitting White. You know much about baseball, Mr. Clark? So there was a guy who used to play for the Angels and the Blue Jays and a couple other teams back in the day named Devon White. He was a left-handed hitter, played center field. So now that's who I'm thinking about when I'm looking at Kataro out there. And Devon White, boy, he could go get the ball out there in center field. Let me tell you, he was a long strider, and he could run, and he could go get a ball out in center field. So now Kataro Devon White. He played on the Blue Jays World Series teams, center fielder. So 2-1 count now on White, with Dunkelberger taking the lead at first. White with a nice cut, just over the top of a fastball, and it's 2-2. Clark working from the stretch. Cougars up 3-2. Brings it off speed pitch. Kataro lays off. He spit on that like it wasn't even a strike from the time it left his hand, Mr. E. Spit on it. Full count. Ooh, and nice cut by Kataro. Just swings over the top of that pitch. And that brings an end to the first inning. Cougars get 3 and pull ahead 3-2 after 1. We'll be back right after this. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field here at Kiski. Beautiful sunny Wednesday afternoon. Cougars leading 3-2 after the first inning. And it looks like we're going to have Justin Urban now on the mound for the Cougars, taking over for fielding Strauss. So Strauss goes from first. See, I was right. Uh-huh. 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 So Strauss now at third, Urban on the mound. He delivers high fly ball, and it's Dunkelberger coming in. And it's, Ben Dunkelberger actually. So nice catch out there by Dunkelberger. So number 35, Wiley Tuttle with the plate for Shady side. 1 out. 1-0 on the count. Urban had a quick out to start the inning. Line drive out to right field. And there's Nelson to bring it in. Nelson, nice job running. Nice running catch by Jesse Nelson coming into the shallow right center gap. So now first baseman Mateo Colello takes an inside fastball for strike one. Urban working ahead. 2 quick outs on fly balls to left fielder Dunkelberger and right fielder Nelson. And now he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on Colello. Urban from windup. Nice. Ooh. Just missed off the outside corner with that curveball. And now the count is 1-2. Good eye there by Colello. Swings over the top. And Urban with a quick 1-2-3 inning. So the Cougars will be coming up. And it looks like who would be leading off for the Cougars? Would be Urban's going to lead off. So Urban, after pitching a solid top of the second, he'll lead off the bottom of the second, followed by Nelson, and then back to the top of the lineup with Abreu. And we'll bring that bottom of the second inning to you right after this short break. Welcome back to John D. Andrini Field for the bottom of the second inning. Justin Urban has a count of 1-1 on him. Justin steps in the box, pops one up to the first baseman in foul ground, and he's able to bring it in for the first out. So the first baseman, Colello, sorry, brings in the pop up in foul ground for the first out of the inning. Number 12, Jesse Nelson, right fielder for the Cougars, now up to bat. Squares the bunt, pops one straight back up to Clark. He catches it in the air for the second out. 2 quick outs for Clark. And it looks like the second inning is going by a lot smoother for Shady side than the first inning did. So both pitching settling down here. Clark, high fastball, and Abreu takes for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Another high ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Abreu, leadoff hitter for the Cougars. Strokes a line drive, just foul down the left field line. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Sharp line drive there. Just pulled it foul, just out in front, just a little too much. Clark delivers. Ball high, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Ball inside, and Abreu works the walk, giving the Cougars a base runner. Let's see if I can start something for the Cougars. Tyler Hahn now at the plate. Abreu gets a big lead over at first, and Clark throws over to check him back. Abreu beat that throw over by a lot. Now he's gone, ball inside, and Abreu's going to get down to second easily. Ball gets into center field, but backed up by the center fielder, Clendenning, to prevent Abreu from advancing further. Now the Cougars do have a runner in scoring position, and it's 1 ball, no strikes on Hahn. Hahn playing first base today for the Cougars. Clark delivers one thigh high on the inside corner. Even the count at 1-1. Strike 2. Nice fastball, letter high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High pop up over on the right side. That's going to get out of play. Keeping the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if Hahn can deliver and bring home the runner in scoring position for the Cougars. Clark with the delivery. Hahn swings, line drive up the middle. Abreu's going to round third, and he'll score easily as Hahn does deliver that RBI single for the Cougars, plating the run and giving the Cougars a 4-2 lead. Nice line drive, low line drive, single up the middle by Hahn. Plate and Abreu, and the Cougars come up with a run after 2 outs. Two-out rally here, Mr. E. So now Gabe Corman at the plate. And Hahn's going to steal second easily. And now it's 1 ball, no strikes on Gabe Corman. Corman had an RBI single and the top of the first, plating the first Cougar run. Or was it? It was a double, right? Double into the gap. That's right. I'm sorry, Gabe. I didn't mean to cheat you a base. Mrs. Corman out there in Clarksburg listening. If you're out there not here at the stadium, please don't be mad. I didn't mean to cheat your son a base. So Corman now with a 2-ball, no strike count. Once again, hitters favor. Fastball. Corman swings through it. He was looking to deliver again. Just wasn't able to catch up to that one, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Hahn gets his lead from second, 2 outs. Clark from the stretch, popped up on the right side, and that's going to wind itself out of play. Going to land over there by the batting cage. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corman digging in. See if the Cougars can come up with another big 2-out hit. Clark delivers. Corman swings through the breaking ball, and that'll put an end to the inning, but not before the Cougars can tack on a run and now lead 4-2 after 2. We'll be back with the third inning right after this short break. Welcome back to John D. Andrini Field here at Kiski. Sorry for the delay on the audio. That was Chad Barber, third baseman, up for Shady side send a fly ball out into the right center field gap. Wasn't able to be brought in by the Cougars, and it puts Barber on first. So number 29, Luke Golden, now batting for Shady side. Urban still on the mound for the Cougars. We have a couple defensive substitutions, for one defensive substitution, and we have John Williams now in the game for the Cougars in right field. Bun Dunkelberger came out of the game. Kataro White moved from center to left, and Jesse Nelson moved from right to center. Urban misses, and that brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Man on first, no out. Top of the third. Cougars up 4-2. Urban delivers. Ball outside. Brings the count to 3-1. So let's see if Urban can work out of trouble here. Gets Golden to swing over. Pitch right there and works the count to full. Full count on Golden. Urban with the delivery. Nice right down the middle. And Golden was frozen. Urban pinned him to the plate right there. Golden wasn't able to pull the trigger. And Urban gets him looking for the first out of the inning. So number 33, Sam Davidheiser, is up to bat. Takes ball 1. Davidheiser is an extra hitter for Shady side. Shady side's playing 11 in the lineup. Fielding Strauss, ground ball to Gates. It gets the lead runner, tries to complete the double play, but Davidheiser is able to beat that out, hustling down the line. So Strauss does get the lead runner at second for the second out of the inning. Now number 14, Noah Thompson-Jones, up for Shady side. Davidheiser with a nice lead over there, not going anywhere. Ball picked out of the dirt by Corman, keeping the runner at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Thompson-Jones scored the first run of the game for Shady side. Hit a ground ball that the Cougars couldn't turn double play on in the first inning, and then he worked his way around to score. Takes a ball low. Davidheiser does steal second, getting himself into scoring position. It's 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Top of the third. Cougars up 4-2. Urban working out of the stretch. Gets the strike call. Looked like Thompson-Jones wanted to swing, and then he just held up. The umpire called it a strike, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Urban with the delivery. Ball outside, low. Gets past the catcher, Corman. And Davidheiser's able to work up to third. 3-1 count. Putting Shady side with a runner 90 feet away. 2 outs, 3-1 on the count. Urban and Corman are both local Salzburg guys, Mr. Clark. Did you know that? You did, all right. Justin Urban likes the stuffed peppers. Yes, Justin Urban likes stuffed peppers. Justin Urban got me in trouble because he went and told his mom that my stuffed peppers were better than her stuffed peppers. After I told him not to do that, I said, Justin, I don't care how good these stuffed peppers are. You don't ever say that they're better than mom's or grandma's, right? Because I don't want mom and grandma being mad at me. Right, Miss Hughes? We know the rules, right? I'm here to make the moms and grandmas happy, especially grandmas. And Justin Urban went and ratted me out. I appreciated the compliment of how good my peppers were, but I don't want it to be better than any mom's or grandma's. But yeah, he loves his stuffed peppers. So Thompson Jones works a walk, putting runners at the corners for Shady side, 2 outs. Coach Ross is going to take a timeout, talk to Urban. Maybe he's going to say, hey, Urban, Justin Urban, you get me out of this inning. Justin Urban, you get me out of this inning, I get you some stuffed peppers. That's what he's saying. Look, he heard me. He gave me the shot. He gave me the point. He knows. He knows. He's ready for it, right? And Gabe Corman. Sometimes I stuff the peppers with the deer meat, deer burger that Gabe Corman gets me. You know what I mean? So it's all just like local connections, you know. So there goes the runner, Thompson Jones. And he gets down to second without a throw. And left fielder Brush is up to bat. That's okay. We'll get it next time. Urban, 2 guys in scoring position. Ooh, fouled back by Brush. And now it's 1-1. We got quite a local flair out here on the infield, actually, because Hahn's a local guy. He's from down Greensburg way. Logan Gates, he's a local guy. And I know his grandma's over there. Grandma Jerry's over there. And his mom's over there. I don't know if Grandpap John's up there, Mr. Lombardo. So Mr. Lombardo worked here for many, many years. He retired from here, so he's second baseman right now. Brandon Abreu, I don't know if he's a local, though, is he? He's from Brooklyn. And he fields a ground ball, tries to get it over to Hahn, and he scoops it up. And he does get it there just in time. So the Brooklyn boy, Brandon Abreu, the non-local of the infield, does get it over across to the first baseman just in time to get the Cougars out of the inning, and Urban is able to wiggle his way out of a run-scoring possibility for Shady side. And that brings an end to the top of the third with the Cougars up 4-2. We'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Fielding Strauss leads off the top of the first inning with a sharp ground ball. Would have been hard play by the infielder to complete that. So Strauss on first, and that brings up Logan Gates. Can you hear it? I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So Strauss off and running. No check back by the pitcher Clark, and Strauss steals that easily. It counts 1-1 on Gates. Gates chopper to the first baseman, and he's not going to have a play. He ranged a long way to get that ball. Probably should have just let it go to the second baseman and covered the bag himself. But he did show a lot of range. Gates is able to bait it out for an infield single. Strauss advances to third on the play for the Cougars, and now the Cougars are set up with runners on the corner with nobody out. And John Williams is up to bat. So Williams in the batter's box. He's hugging the inside corner, and he squares around and puts down a bunt, bobbled by the pitcher, and Williams is able to beat it out. Puts down the sacrifice, is able to get the runner to second on the sacrifice, but the pitcher is not able to field the ball cleanly and lets Williams reach base. So John Williams, number 7. You know, the other day he batted left-handed. Yes, he did. When he hit the ground ball the other day, he was batting left-handed. Today he batted right-handed. And you know, the funny thing, Mr. Clark, I gave him his jersey today, and you see what number he's wearing? He's wearing number 7, right? And when I gave him the jersey today, I said, here you go, Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle was a switch hitter. Now, he has no clue of who Mickey Mantle is, right? But I called him Mickey Mantle when I handed him his jersey today because he's wearing number 7. And now he comes up to plate today batting right-handed, when he batted left-handed the other day. So he's proven to me that he is a switch hitter. Maybe he is Mickey Mantle reincarnated, because Mickey Mantle's been passed about the same amount of time as John Williams has been alive. So maybe the Mick has come back in John Williams, and he's here at Kiski right now laying down a bunt, loading the bases for the Cougars. No balls and 2 strikes. Kataro White swings through it, not able to make contact. And Shady Side gets the first out of the inning on a big K from Clark. And that leaves the bases loaded with 1 out. And we have Justin Urban. And you know the thing, I told Justin Urban if he'd get out of that, I'd get him peppers. And you know what he did? He got out of it, right? And now he's turning around and smiling. He's like, that's right, Coach Alupka. I did get out of it, and you owe me some peppers now. Justin Urban knows it. He's like, heck yeah, I just earned me some stuffed peppers from Coach Alupka, right? Because I got out of that inning, and he promised me stuffed peppers if I did. He knows I'll pull through for him too. Urban swings, line drive to the right fielder, and it gets past him, bounces it under his glove. Urban rounds first, heading for second, and he's going to pull up. And Justin Urban's got stuffed peppers on his mind, and he brings in 2 runs. Giving the Cougars a 6-2 lead. So Williams gets the bases loaded with the bunt. And then Urban delivers a 2-run double. And Jesse Nelson squares around the bunt, fouls it straight back. 1 out for the Cougars. No balls and 2 strike, or 1 strike. I'm sorry, no balls and 1 strike. Cougars up 4. John Williams getting the lead at third. Ball low and outside. So Nelson has the count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark still working on the mound for Shady side. Delivers. And Nelson swings through a high fastball, bringing the count to 1-2. Ball was probably a little high there. Should probably let that one go, but he's getting a little aggressive. He wants to. We're up 4. Let's see if we can get a couple more in, you know. Not a bad time to go for it. Nelson swings through the off-speed pitch. And that's 2 outs now for Shady side. Top of the order, Brandon Abreu coming up to bat. Abreu got a little 2-out rally started last inning with a 2-out single, and then he was able to come around to score. See if he can provide the Cougars with another 2-out magic. Ball gets away, but that's okay. John Williams, he stays. He didn't feel as if he could have made it, so he stayed. He did the right thing. Don't make the 3rd out at home, John. That's okay. That's okay. Don't make the 3rd out at home. You did the right thing, buddy. You're all right. Okay, so John Williams, first year playing. He's never played baseball before, but he's learning. He's doing a good job out there. Gets a lead from third. Abreu takes a ball inside. Now it's 2-0. Urban at second. Williams at third. Abreu at the plate. Clark. So 1-1. 1-1. Okay, so 1-1. And Clark delivers. Ball up. Yeah, it's all right. 2-1. It's no big deal. It's all right. 2 balls and 1 strike. Clark delivers. Ooh, Abreu fouls it off. Looked like it got him. He had to fight that one off, and he fouled it off. 2-2 now on the count. 2 out. Bottom third. 6-2 Cougars. Clark from the stretch. Abreu fouls it straight back over the screen, keeping the count at 2s. Cougars have been doing a nice job of spoiling these 2-ball strikes, fouling them back, making the pitcher work. Another pitch fouled off. So Abreu putting another pitch on the pitch count. Clark's going to get set, get his signs from the catcher. Abreu, 2-2 count. And there's the pitch. And he fouls one straight back to the screen. Staying alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Deuce is wild here. Deuces are wild. Quite the battle going on here. Abreu having a nice at-bat. Clark working hard, trying to get Shady side out of the inning. And Abreu sends a line drive down the line, but it's going to be just foul. And we'll reset. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got the bat head out a little bit there. Just a little too quick on it. Another delivery by Clark. There's a ball through the gap. And Urban's going to hold up at third. But Abreu does bring in Williams from third on another 2-out hit. Yeah. So ball. They tried to pick off first base there. They tried to throw over to first. I have no idea. Tried to throw over to first, and Abreu ball gets away from the first baseman, so Abreu is able to advance the whole way to third. And now it's, I believe, 1-0. We're not real sure on the count here. Hahn at the plate. Abreu in scoring position. There's a strike. 1-1 on the count. 2 outs. Cougars are up 8-2. Hahn pops it straight up on the right side. It's going to wind itself out of play over the bleachers. Hahn, high chopper to the shortstop. Gets it over, but Hahn, the umpire called him out. Umpire called him out. And that's the third out of the inning. And we will take a short break. Welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Entering the bottom of the fourth inning, Cougars are up 8-2. Entering the top of the fifth inning. It'll be entering the top of the fifth inning, and the Cougars will be up 8-2. We're going to have Ben Dunkelberger now pitching for the Cougars, or is it the top of the fourth? Top of the fifth or the top of the fourth? I'm not sure. It's the top of one of those innings, but top of the fourth inning. Cougars up 8-2. Dunkelberger is going to take the mound for the Cougars. Looks like Cheo Stevenson is going to go into left field. Kataro White's coming out of the game. Wade Collins now in the game in right field for the Cougars. John Williams exits the game. So we have Ben Clendenin now up. Lines a sharp ground ball up to the second baseman, scooped by Gates. Throw a little wide. Pulls Hahn off the bag and gives the Shady side runner at first. John Brunnen's now up catcher for Shady side. Dunkelberger delivers. Ball 1. 1-0. So Cougars weren't able to complete the play for the out. And Shady side has a runner at first. Ball 2, just off the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes on Brunning. Runner goes. Chopped foul by Brunning. And there's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Dunkelberger throws over to first. Clendenning back in plenty of time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dunkelberger from the stretch. Delivers. Strike. 2-2 on the count. This umpire calls the strikes, that's for sure. That's what I like. Call them strikes. Dunkelberger shakes again. Doesn't like the signs. He's going to step off. Time called by the batter, Brunning. He steps out. Gets the signs from the third base coach. Resets in the box. Dunkelberger still shaking. Finally gets one that he likes. Curveball catches him looking, and that's strike 3. Dunkelberger catches him looking on a nice curve for the first out of the inning. Clendenning steals second easily on the play. Corman came up to throw, but kind of lost grip of the ball. No throw down. 1 out now. Number 9, Clark, is up to bat for Shady side. Dunkelberger starts him out with a strike. There's another ball inside, low, and inside gets past the catcher. And Clendenning is able to easily advance to third, giving Shady side a runner 90 feet away from home with less than 1 out. Let's see if Clark can take advantage of it and bring him home. Cougars are going to give up the run. Infield's playing deep. They'll trade a run for an out right here. Ball called down. 2-1 on the count. Dunkelberger's going to work from the windup. Sharp ground ball through the infield into the outfield, and Clark brings home the run for Shady side, cutting the Cougar lead to 8-3. So 1 out, and now Roth, second baseman for Shady side, up to the plate. Dunkelberger back into the stretch. Delivers one letter high for a strike. Catches the top of the zone with that one, and it's no balls, 1 strike. 1 out. 8-3 Cougars. Dunkelberger delivers one. Gets past Corman. Gives Clark a free 90 feet. And now the count's 1-1. Coach Ross is going to take a timeout. So Coach Ross has a meeting with the pitcher, Dunkelberger, trying to settle him down. 1 ball, 1 strike count, 1 out. Top of the fourth. Cougars up 8-3. Roth at the plate for Shady side. Dunkelberger steps off and gets Clark back to second. Now with the delivery. Nice fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike 2. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tries to go with the off speed. Corman can't handle it cleanly, and it squirts away, enabling Clark to advance to third. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Shady side with the runner 90 feet away again. Roth evened in the count. Dunkelberger delivers. Curveball called. Catches him looking on a curveball at the top of the zone. Didn't look like Roth agreed with the call. But if it's that close, you got to swing. Second out in the inning. Now Dunkelberger delivers. Ball 1, scooped out of the dirt by Corman. Number 35, Wiley Tuttle. Right fielder now up to bat. Dunkelberger goes high fastball, and it's 2-0 on the count. Fastball down the middle, and Tuttle swings through it, bringing the count to 2-1. 2 outs. Line drive, and there's Stevenson right on the perfectly positioned for Cheo. Stevenson takes 3 steps in, does a nice job of corralling that line drive, getting the Cougars out of the inning, leaving the score at 8-3 Cougars after 4, top of the fourth. We'll be back right after this short break. Welcome back to John D. Andrini Field here at Kiski. Cougars are up 8-3 heading into the bottom of the fourth inning. Gabe Corman, Fielding Strauss, and Logan Gates due up for the Cougars. Corman had a big RBI double back in the first inning to get the Cougars started offensively. Swings over the top of the first pitch. Now it's no balls, one strike. Brush comes in to pitch for Shady side to start the fourth inning. Tries a breaking ball. Misses just low. 1-1 on the count. Corman sends a high fly ball, sending the center fielder back. He's not going to find it. And Corman rounds first, heading for second. Pulls up, and he's going to be in for his second double of the day. Stand-up double by Gabe Corman. Had the center fielder, looked like, not sure who that is out there. Center fielder, that's number 3, Clendenning. Got spun around a little bit. Corman give it a good ride. And pulls in a second with another double. Gabe Corman, big day at the plate for the Cougars. I believe that is his third hit. It's his second double. Mama Corman out there in Clarksburg's probably so mad. Or so proud. I said she was so mad. She's mad at me now because I just said she was mad about Gabe hitting 2 doubles. She's probably that Coach Alupka. I know. Fielding Strauss, ground ball to the shortstop. 14, Thompson Jones. And he gets it over to Colello at first for the first out of the inning. Strauss was able to advance the runner, though. And good base running by Corman to understand that that was going to be a slow ground ball and he could advance. So it gets the runner 90 feet from the plate with less than 2 out. Ball squirts away from the catcher, but not far enough for Corman to try and score on that. It's a ball down. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter, Gates. Gates takes outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Ball in the dirt. Gates works the count to 3-0. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Cougars are up by 5, 8-3. Gates ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes, with Corman getting his lead from third base. Taken all the way. And Brush is able to get it in the zone for a strike, bringing the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Brush pulls the string on it and goes a little bit off speed. Has Gates way out in front, swinging over the top. Now the count's 3-2. Payoff pitch. Gates able to foul it off and stay alive. I don't think he was expecting that to be a strike, and at the last second he saw that it was going to be, and he gave a better swing and foul this one off to stay alive here. It's 3-2, payoff pitch. Up high, and Gates works, full count walk, and it gives the Cougars runners at the corner. One out. Ben Dunkelberger up to the plate. Dunkelberger came up with a big 2-out, 2-run single earlier in the game. See if he can come through again. Runners at the corners. Gates is going to get a lead. And he's going to go. No throw. No throw. They actually throw down the third. Getting Corman back to the bag. Gates still second easily with no throw. It's 1 ball and no strike. Dunkelberger fouls one off into the third base dugout. It's on a slow roller. It's 1-1. Game 1 of a 2-game set here today at Kiski. Cougars up 8-3 against Shady Side in the 4th inning. Dunkelberger fouls one off the end of the bat. He was way, way out in front. That bat hit right off the end of it. Did you see it? Sent that ball just wide of the first base dugout. It counts still 1-2. Brush with the delivery. And Dunkelberger sends a line drive into left field, and that's going to score 1. And Gates is going to be held up at third. Ball gets past the cutoff man, but no runners advance as the catcher's there to back it up. So Dunkelberger delivers another RBI single, giving the Cougars a 9-3 lead. Gates at third, Dunkelberger at first. Cheo Stevenson, number 15, now batting for the Cougars. His first plate appearance of the day. Brush delivers a high fastball. Stevenson was amped up, trying to send that one to the moon. Swings through it, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Swings through another one. It's no balls and 2 strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes on Stevenson. Let's see if Stevenson can put the ball in play and bring home a run here. Stepped off. Gates gets back. Tried the old third to first pickoff move. Nobody was buying it. Cougars get back in plenty of time. There's the delivery. Stevenson, line drive. Sends it down to the dining hall. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Somebody please go get that foul ball. Another delivery. Stevenson just gets a piece of it. Still staying alive. Stevenson fouling off a couple in a row here. Keeping it batted alive at no balls and 2 strikes. Good at bat so far for Stevenson. Delivery. Takes a ball in the dirt. And Dunkelberger advances to second, putting 2 in scoring position. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stevenson seeing a lot of pitches here. Let's see what Brush brings him here. Ball inside. Hits the handle of the bat. Was an inside pitch. That's a strike. It was a strike. It was a foul ball. Hit the handle of the bat. So Stevenson tries to get out of the way of an inside pitch. Brings his hands down and in, and ball just happened to hit off the knob of the bat. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes still. Shortstop checks, tried to get in behind Dunkelberger. Nothing. And Stevenson, with a good eye, works the count to 2-2. Cheo Stevenson. Good at bat, Cheo, number 15. Freshman for the Cougars. First year baseball player. Brush with the 2-2 delivery. Up high, and Stevenson works the count back to full. Was down 0-2, fouled off a bunch of pitches. Now he's worked it back to full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Great at bat by Stevenson here. There's the delivery. Stevenson swings through it. Didn't make contact and strikes out, but that is a good at bat by Stevenson. Didn't have results that he wanted, but that's definitely a good at bat for a first year player. Cheo Stevenson. So now number 10, Wade Stevens, or Collins. I don't know why I call him Stevens. Well, yeah, I know. I get confused sometimes. Mrs. Collins, I apologize. I'm in La La Land half the time. So his real name's James, actually, right? James, but we call him Wade here. He prefers to go by Wade. I'm not exactly sure what the meaning behind that is, but Wade's up and he's down. Now he works the count back to 1-1. So Wade's mom is out in State College. His mom and dad in State College, right? Penn State. No, doesn't she? Mom works at Penn State, I think. Professor at Penn State, right? Collins, line drive, and that's going to be just foul. Just foul. Collins. Collins sends a line drive just wide of the left field line. And now the count is 1-2. Solid contact there by Collins, but just fouled. 2 guys in scoring positions for the Cougars. 2 outs. 1 ball and 2 strike. Brush with the delivery. And Collins swings over the top of a curveball. And Brush is able to get out of it with only 1 run scored in the inning. And that brings a close to the 4th with the Cougars up 9-3. Come on back in a few minutes for the top of the 5th, right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field here at Kiski, getting ready to start the top of the fifth. Ben Dunkelberger remains on the mound for the Cougars. Batting for Shady side is number 3, Mateo Colello. Well, that is it's number 6, but he plays third base. I'm sorry. Number 6 plays third base. That's why I got the 3. I read the wrong side. Sorry. So number 6, Colello, is down 1-2 in the count. Dunkelberger on the mound still for the Cougars. He delivers. Ball high. 2-2. Looks like Stevenson still remains in left for the Cougars. Nelson in center. And Collins in right. High fly ball. Jesse Nelson misses it. Overruns it. And can't make the catch. And Colello reaches for Shady side. Chad Barber now at the plate, third baseman for Shady side. And Dunkelberger's going to make a delivery. And Barber chops one to the catcher. Corman picks it up in fair territory. Barber never got out of the box. He thought it was going to roll foul. And Corman was able to pick it up in fair territory. Tag Barber for the first out. Colello does advance to second base, though. And now Shady side has a runner in scoring position. Luke Golden, number 29, batting for Shady side. Up 1 ball, no strikes. Takes a strike to even the count at 1. Luke Golden, there was a guy who went to Bishop Carroll High School back some years ago. He played linebacker. His name was Luke Golden. He was very good. Oh, he was good. Good football player. I don't know. Same name. Exact same name. Luke Golden. Luke Golden. But he went to Bishop Carroll High School in Evansburg, PA. And now this is Luke Golden at Shady Side Academy. If anybody in Shady Side, Golden family is listening, and you are related, let me tell you, Luke Golden, you were a heck of a football player back in the day. I coached some game. Oh, and Colello trying to sneak a base. So strike 3 on Golden. Colello trying to sneak a base. And Corman heads up to it, throws down the third. And that's going to be the end of it. And because this is a JV game, folks, and we have another one that's going to be starting. Well, it's a JV game, and we have another game that starts at 7. So I think they're just calling it here to give the Kiski guys, because there will be quite a few of the Kiski guys who played in this game that will need to play in the varsity game. So I'm guessing they're just going to give them a little bit of a breather, let them go and get some dinner. And we're going to have another game starting in about an hour, right? What time is it? Oh, it's 5:39. So game 2 is slated to start at 7 p.m. Game 1 comes to an end after 5 innings with the Cougars coming away with a 9-3 victory over Shady Side Academy. We appreciate everybody being with us for this first game. Come on back. Game will start at 7. We'll probably come on the air about 5 or 10 minutes prior to, chat you up a little bit, fill you in with what's going to be happening. And until then, why don't you go on out and get yourself some dinner? Come on back and join us at 7. Till then, take care.